أتينا لنهدي تحايا القلوب بلحن شجي وشدو طروب. أتينا يا ضيء أقمارنا.
Religion that doesn't have a road to redemption and road to salvation.
You've written about this, haven't you?
Yeah. And also forgiveness. The concept of forgiveness doesn't, as Muslims, we never learn the concept of forgiveness. As a Muslim, I never learned the concept of peace as a value. The value system is so upside down. Idea is that because humanity is born with sin, we're all burdened with so much. A human being is burdened with a lot of guilt. We're full of guilt. Even little children, you just say anything and they are like, not me, not me. Why? Because by nature, human beings are full of guilt. And what happened is to make us function properly on earth, Jesus Christ came down to save us, to free us from our guilt. He took our sin and gave us freedom, and gave us freedom to function with as much little guilt as possible if we follow him. That is a religion that freed me. That is a religion that made me a better person.
Now, is it difficult to earn salvation in the Islamic understanding? I would say no. The Quran speaks about the scales being weighed. If one scale is heavy with good deeds as compared with evil deeds, then one enters paradise. Is it easy to earn good deeds? Yes. In fact, Muslims think about the intention that we have to do a good. And there is a hadith related from the Prophet Muhammad that he said that if a person intends to do a good deed, it is immediately written for him in his records that he has done it. Or rather, to correct myself, it is written for him as a full good deed. And if he actually does it, then it's written for him as 10 times or even 700 times, or somewhere in between. If, on the other hand, he intends to do an evil, it is not written for him, or against him rather, until he does it. And when he does it, it is written against him as one evil. But if in fact he turned away from that intention and he did not complete that evil act, then it is written for him as a full good deed. So then, salvation in Islam then, if we understand Islam properly, is in fact very easy and is open to anyone who would want to seek that salvation. Of course, if somebody does not want to seek that salvation and he wishes to turn away, then this is something for which he will or she will have no one to blame but oneself. The Quran in fact speaks about salvation in some very general terms as requiring almost just simply in a nutshell belief in God. For example, in Surah 41 in verse number 30, the Quran says, إِنَّ الَّذِينَ قَالُوا رَبُّنَا اللَّهُ ثُمَّ اسْتَقَامُوا تَتَنَزَّلُ عَلَيْهِمُ الْمَلَائِكَةُ أَلَّا تَخَافُوا وَلَا تَحْزَنُوا. As for those who say, my Lord is Allah alone, the angels, and they remain steadfast upon that, then the angels would descend upon such person and say to them, you shall have no fear nor grief coming upon you, but in fact have good news. وَأَبْشِرُوا بِالْجَنَّةِ الَّتِي كُنْتُمْ تُوعَدُونَ. But have good news of the paradise which has been prepared for you. So only belief in God is mentioned here, and being steadfast on that belief in God. There is a hadith in Sahih Muslim which says that the Prophet Muhammad said that whoever dies knowing that there is no God but Allah will enter paradise. But Muslim scholars want to make sure that people do not get away with the wrong understanding, that we can just simply say, yeah, I believe and I have nothing to do, and I'll be saved. So Muslim scholars emphasize those verses, and in fact the Quran itself emphasizes that Muslims should not just simply say they believe, but they should follow up that belief with action. In fact, reason also dictates that our actions will flow out of our belief. And if we have a firm belief and a proper commitment with God, then the actions we perform will actually show whether our commitment and belief is with God.